Welcome back to Aspects of the World. I'm Morali Shah.
And I am Cody Phillips.
We'll be starting today's podcast with a simple question. Cody, how do you feel about the Enlightenment?
Oh, I am all for the Enlightenment. I am a humanist after all. I believe in National Socialism because it advocates equality for all, capitalism since it presents everyone with an equal opportunity, women's rights because we need to get rid of the wage gap and equal the playing field, freedom of speech, religion, and all other rights of humans.
But, well, Cody, don't those contrast with one another?
Well, I believe in humanism because it is all about the Enlightenment. And the Enlightenment is right, no?
Well, Cody, you see that there are many flaws to the argument you just proposed, and unfortunately, you're not the only one that thinks this. Which is how anti-intellectualism has worked its way through people worldwide.
What do you mean? Enlightenment and humanism go hand in hand. Am I right or am I right?
Cody, there's so much more you should know before you go on using that argument for the rest of your life, such that there's a bias that we have through our experiences that affect what we believe should be entailed within human rights. Also, there is an authority bias, as seen in Daniel Kahneman's Thinking Fast and Slow, where we follow and believe what we are told from people in power or high standing.
Okay, can you show me where I go wrong?
Okay, it starts with your association of humanism being interchangeable with enlightenment. That's just not right.
How so?
There are problems to the argument that humanism is equivalent to enlightenment because humanism is so diverse and has different meanings from time to time. Humanism is the overall belief in the rights of humans, so we can differ because people see different things as human rights. It's like how Foucault stated in What is Enlightenment? It is a theme, rather a set of themes that have reappeared over time. Just think about it. There's humanism for religion, humanism for secular rights, humanism for National Socialism, humanism for capitalism, and basically, there's humanism for anything and everything else humans believe in.
Okay, so I guess it makes sense that a lot of what I've said is contrasting because National Socialism is on the complete opposite spectrum away from capitalism. And I do see how it's possible that some of the rights humans have or want to maintain can be against religious beliefs. Your argument is kind of valid that humanism is not the same as enlightenment.
I'm glad you understand humanism better, but do you exactly know what enlightenment is? I think we are off to a good start since you didn't say it was the same as humanism.
I guess not completely, since I associated them together.
Ultimately, the problem with humanism is that it's affected by what you're surrounded by. Each argument utilizes politics, science, or religion and to justify certain conceptions to mankind. This is what causes humanistic values to change throughout history and why humanism is not the Enlightenment.
Oh, I understand. So this is like the abortion argument, right? There is a humanistic group that believes in the opportunity for the fetus to live, since it is against human rights to take away anyone's opportunity to live their life. There's also the opposite humanistic group that believes that it is against human rights to force a woman to want a child she does not wish to have or does not even plan on having.
Now you're getting it.
Now, can you actually tell me what enlightenment is all about?
The Enlightenment places more of a focus on an individual trying to find themselves instead of the overall belief of humans and mankind. Humanism is affected by a bias towards the beliefs of the group as well as the appreciation of the greatness of humans that does not always coincide with reason. Kahneman also argues that confirmation bias is present because people are usually not willing to listen to others with different ideas about humanistic values. As a result, all humans have different perspectives of looking about topics and arguments, which is a flaw of the argument of humanism being enlightenment.
Oh, that makes sense. So it's kind of like the elephant sculpture that's also two giraffes.
Wait, what? Sculpture has an elephant that looks like two giraffes. Is that even possible?
Yes, it most definitely is. It's actually quite amazing. From one angle or perspective, you can see an elephant, but if you go to a different side, you'd be shocked to see two giraffes instead. This is the whole argument of how we are all humans and we all have different perspectives. Because if you think about that sculpture, if you're at an angle right in between giraffes and elephants, you would not be seeing any type of animal at all, but it's still an alternate perspective.
That is so very true. And then it definitely relates to humanism.
Since humanism is too diverse, the solution is that we must analyze our own minds. Furthermore, I learned today that alignment is not related to groups. Groups shift their ideas from time to time, or have different opinions throughout history. Enlightenment cannot be the idea of a group, and therefore is really more about finding oneself. Thanks for listening in, everybody, and have a great day.